Have you ever had 10 people tell you you did amazing, but your mind only remembers the one person who said something negative? Why is it that one comment feels louder than all the encouragement? That's called negative filtering. And if you're honest, you've done it before. You pass a test, but all you can think about is the one question you got wrong. You post something, and instead of focusing on the love, you replay the one critical comment. You try your best, and somehow it still doesn't feel like enough. Let me ask you something deeper. What if the problem isn't your life, but the lens you're looking through? The Bible actually speaks to this. Philippians 4:8 says, "Whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, think about such things." Notice that. God is not denying reality. He is redirecting focus, because what you focus on forms you. Think about the Israelites in the wilderness. God literally parted the Red Sea. He fed them with manna from heaven. He guided them with a pillar of cloud by day and fire by night. And yet, what did they focus on? The discomfort, the uncertainty, the fear. In Numbers 14 they say, "We should have gone back to Egypt." Imagine that! They were free, but their minds were still stuck in negativity. And before you judge them, we do the same thing. God answers prayers, but we focus on the ones still unanswered. God provides, but we stress about what we don't have yet. God carries us through yesterday, but we doubt Him for tomorrow. Negative filtering doesn't just affect your mood, it affects your faith. Because when you only see the negative, you start believing God isn't working. But He is. Romans 8:28 says, "God works all things together for good for those who love Him." Not something, not only the easy thing, all things, even the awkward moments, even the failures, even the criticism. Let's go back to that example. Someone in a play. Everyone says they did amazing, except one person who jokes, "You could have done better." Negative filtering says, "I embarrassed myself." But truth says, "I did well, and one opinion doesn't define me." And God's voice says something even deeper. Colossians 3:2 says, "Set your minds on things above, not on earthly things." In other words, don't let temporary voices define your eternal identity. Let me bring it home. You might feel like your life right now is more bad than good. Maybe this week was heavy. Maybe today was hard. But zoom out. Revelation 21:4-5 says, "He will wipe every tear from their eyes. There will be no more death or mourning or crying or pain." He who was seated on the throne said, "I am making everything new." That's the end of the story. Not pain, not loss, not failure. Joy wins. Love wins. God wins. So why let a temporary negative moment speak louder than an eternal promise? Here's the truth you might not want to hear. Training your mind takes effort. Gratitude is not automatic. It's intentional. When your mind says everything is going wrong, you have to answer back with truth. Start small. Write down 3 things you're grateful for today. Even if it's simple, even if it feels small, because small light still breaks darkness. And over time, your mind begins to change. You don't ignore the negative. You just stop letting it dominate everything. Let me ask you one more question. What would your life feel like if you gave as much attention to what's going right as you do to what's going wrong? Pause for a second, because that shift could change everything. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe Sight Kids and Niños con Vision.